Good morning or good afternoon, whenever you're doing this. We're going to start with the neck exercise like we always do. You know the drill, so just pause the video, do the neck exercises, and then come back and we're going to start with our arms today. Side to side, chin tucks, and then no circles. So you're going to do, if you can, 8 of the side to sides. Chin tucks, same, 8 of those, and then you're doing your small circles, 5 each way back the other way, and then do big circles, 5 big circles one way, 5 big circles back the other way. And then once you've done that, come back. I'm going to start with our arms today. Let me just grab my band. So if you have got your band, grab wherever that may be. There it is. What you're going to do is you're going to start with the band. Depends on how hard you want to make it for yourself. So we're going to do shoulder drops and we're going to do twists first, so you won't need really the band, and then we're going to use the band afterwards to open out. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the left arm and shoulder and we're going to reach it up, up, and then we're going to twist the palm all the way around to the back of the room, back into the center, and drop the arm, shoulder in place, arm on the other side, and now twist and unravel, drop the shoulder back down and up, twist the arm around and back, shoulder down. Keep going in your own time. We're going to do, after this one, 3 more on each arm. Up, and drop. Two more on each side to keep the arms really long. Last one on each arm. And last one. And then just bring those down just for a moment. So if you've got enough space to open your arms out either side, then make sure that there's enough room, and you're going to lift your arms up again. And we're going to pull the arms out to the side this time. We're still going to do shoulder drops. So you're going to reach the arm up still, and this time you're going to open it out to the side, pulling along the band. You bring it up, your shoulder's still lifted, so you're going to let it drop back down. Other arm, reach the other arm and shoulder up off the floor. Now open the arm out to the side and bring it back. And then let the shoulder fall back in place and up. Then open out and back. And let the shoulder fall back and up. Open out and up. Drop down. I'm going to do 2 more on each arm. And last one on each arm. Keep the lift in the arm as you're still out to the side. Your arm is still up here, so you're going to drop it back. Up. Open. Come back. And drop back down. And then you're going to lose the band. Ooh. Good, find your ball. Pop that underneath both your feet. Once your feet are on top, you're going to take your arms just either on top of your hips, or you're going to just rest them by your sides. If you want them on your hips, it's good feedback to see what's going on with the legs. So for this one, we're going to do knee drops. The hips must stay facing up to the ceiling. You're not going to let these hips twist either side of you. So you're going to gently drop the leg to one side, and you're keeping these hips as level and as faced up to the ceiling as you can. Close, make sure you super glue the legs back together. You open out only so far. And squeeze, make sure your knees are back together. A good idea of if you feel like you are wobbling a little too much on top of your ball, it's an indication that you are letting your leg out too fast. Your feet should find that it's nice and easy to hold onto this ball. You're not having to grip for dear life. We're going to do 2 more on each leg. Last ones on each leg. Last one. And then from there, take the feet down, find where your ball is, grab that, and you're going to bring it so that it goes underneath your bottom, please, so in between that bottom and lower back. So in between the two, it should feel nice and comfy to be where it is. And then you're going to bring your hips and feet hip distance apart. So we're going to start with some nice easy hip and knee circles. So you're going to bring one of your legs up, the leg that's on the floor and the big toe that stays on the floor are absolutely still the entire time. So really focus on that big toe staying stuck to the floor. The leg that's up, where the hand, if you want to put your hand at the top of your thigh, that's where you should find you're feeling the movement. So we're going to do nice slow circles. We're going to do 5 in one direction, 5 the other direction. Really focus on staying as still as you can on top of your ball. You'll feel tummy having to switch on because otherwise you will find you're a bit wobbly otherwise. So 5 in this direction, 5 the other way. And back. Once you've done your first leg, let's move on to the next one. So recheck your feet again and make sure that that other leg is stuck to the floor while we bring in the second thigh. Let's circle that thigh nice and slowly. 5 one way, 5 the other way, very still on your ball. Smaller circles if you need to, if you find it really tricky to stay still. And then we'll go back the other way. Last one. And pop the foot back down. Okay, moving on, we're going to do frog. So we usually do this without the ball. So we're going to do it with the ball. You can do it without, please do if that makes you more comfortable. And we're going to do slightly smaller leg openings with this one. So we're going to do frog. So your arms are just to the side and you're going to bring up both your knees. You're going to bring your heels and ankles together and you're going to open up your knees, hence the frog position. You're in a sort of frog and the feet are flexed. I'll show you the first one, so just watch the first one and then you get an idea of what we're meant to do. So you're going to straighten your legs out into a V shape first. You're then going to circle your legs out and around to then connect your feet and ankles back together and then bend your knees where they were. So you go out. Let's do, just going to move my hair because I keep slipping on it. That's better. So we're going to do, if we can, 6 of these. So take your time, they are not to be rushed. It's all big, big tummy muscle. And we want to keep the legs straight if possible throughout. So Heels and ankles together, knees open. You're going to go out into a V. You circle out and around to connect the heels, to bend back. You go out. You circle out and down to connect the heels, bend your knees. You go out into the V. You circle out, around, down, connect your heels, back and out, open, back, connect and out, open out and connect. Got one more, out, open up, bend and connect, feet and down, and then just have a quick pause. Just get your breath back if you were holding your breath. Hopefully you were trying to avoid to hold your breath. Anywho, right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to do some scissors. So these are, they feel quite simple, but it's a lot with these balls underneath. So make sure that you do little movements first. So you are coming up with your legs and then you're going to straighten your legs. Now from here, you're just going to let one leg drop and then you're going to switch and switch. Don't worry about touching the floor. You're trying to stay still on the ball as much as you can. Reach the legs as long as you can throughout. Now we're going to go a couple more, so we're going to go to 4. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and back. Just give your knees a nice squeeze towards your chest. And then take the ball from here away. And then bring yourself back down. And then we're going to place the ball between our knees. So, feet, make sure that they're the same distance apart. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do, we did skateboard, I think, last week. So this time we're going to do individual sides of the hips. So we're going to use these bottom muscles on each side. So one side of the bottom is just going to drop, and then you're going to squeeze that muscle back up to lift it into position. You drop the second side and squeeze and lift it up. So you sort of look like a seesaw. You're just going to be dropping and leveling up, dropping and leveling up. So we're going to do 2 on each side and then you go down, and we're going to repeat. So to start, you're going to lift up, push your knees forwards, lifting up, hold that position. Now, literally just forget, you need to send that message from the brain and tell the left bottom cheek to just relax. And then lift it back up. Relax the right bottom cheek. And up, other side. And again, other side. And roll back down. So individual sides, and you really want to lift the height on the side that's not dropping down. So you don't want to let them both fall back down. You want just one at a time. So we're going to try and do 6, please. So coming back up again. And 2 on each side. So lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, and slowly down we go. Perfect. So 2 done. We've got 4 left to go. So really keep these glutes working. In your own time, we're going to do 2 on each side and then you roll back down. So up you go. Drop. And slowly down. 3 left. and down you go. So really isolate it. You might be feeling it right above the top of your bottom, so almost around your lower back, which is amazing. If so, you're really working those muscles individually. So 2 more to go. Up we go. And drop. And down. Last time. And down. Last one. And down you go. Just let go of that ball for a moment and just give your knees a good squeeze towards the chest. And then we're going to do a few more. So this time we're going to do lifting the leg up. So we're going to lift up. And then once we're here, we're going to just straighten the leg in a nice long line. So keeping it in line with your knee. You're not lifting it any higher than it needs to. You're just literally unfolding at your kneecap. So coming up. And you're going to lengthen the leg. And back. Other side. Keep your bottom lifted. Lengthen. And back. Rolling down. Recheck your feet. Same again. So lift up. Lengthen. And back. It's a nice, just open at the knee. And rolling down. Recheck your feet. Same again. Got 3 left. Lift up. And lengthen. Lengthen. Slowly coming down. Recheck your feet. And 2 more to go. Up we go. And lengthen. Lengthen. Slowly coming down. And again, recheck those feet. Last set. And lengthen. Lengthen. Rolling down. And then again, give your knees a nice squeeze towards your chest. And then just come and sit for a moment. Right, next thing we're going to do, it's a little trickier. We're going to do a side plank, so don't be frightened by the word side plank. If you were in my class on the beginning of the week, you've done this already, so you should be familiar. We're going to do a side plank on our elbows. So the idea with this is you want to try and squeeze your legs together as you lift up. They can get kind of tangled a little bit. So have a practice when I show you, and then we're going to try and do, if we can, 5 of them. So you don't need a head cushion. So you're going to be at the top of your mat with your elbow. You should look down, and if you look over your shoulder down, you should see your elbow. If you can't see your elbow, either move it up, or if it's too far above, move it further down. Now, in terms of the legs, if you're on your left arm, your left foot will be behind and your right foot will be on the floor. So left arm's on the floor, but your right foot is on the front. So you've kind of got this opened up position here. So your foot behind is just resting on its side, but the foot on the floor here is stuck to the mat. You have your hand here to help you, and you're going to go, so my mat is about 5'5", about the same as me, and I want to fill the mat out. So if you've got a longer mat, you might be able to open your legs a little bit wider. So what you're going to do is you're going to come just a little bit off the floor, and then what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your legs together and lift your hip off the mat. So this is what it looks like. So you use the foot that's flat on the floor, you use the arm here, and you want to think of lifting your hip off the mat. So you're going to push down, and this is what it looks like. You're going to push down, and you're going to go slightly over onto the shoulder with the weight, and you squeeze your legs together like so, and you bend your knees to come back out of it. If it's too much on your shoulder, you can do it with your hand, so, like so. So it just means that you've obviously got a little higher to go. So with your hand flat, it's exactly the same thing. You push down, but obviously you go a little bit higher, and then you can bend and bring yourself back out of it again. So it's up to you. You can do it with your elbow on the floor, or you can do it with your hand on the floor. I'll do it with the elbow on the floor because it's the easier version, so people can copy if they need. So elbow on the floor, and then what we're going to do is have that right foot. So if you're on your left side, your right foot is in front, and that left one is just sneakily just wrapped around the back of the other ankle. Hand on the front, 2 seconds. That's all we're going to hold it for. So if you're in position, make sure you're in position. We're going to do the first side. You're going to find that maybe one side is harder than the other. That's also fine. So you're going to push down, and you're going to squeeze your legs together. Now squeezing and straightening is key, and they should just go and out. Just have a quick pause, and again, pushing down, up, and down. If you want to copy me, we can do the lengthened arm version, or stay down on your elbow. Same thing, push down and up and out you come. 2 more. Push down with the foot, lifting your hip up, drive, think of sort of lifting it up to the sky. Lift your hips up. Bend your knees, come back out. Last one. Pushing down and lifting up. And bend, coming out. Let's go over onto the other side. So, you're on your left, if you're on your right arm this time, you've got the left foot now in front, and the right foot is just sneaking behind. So, next thing is exactly the same thing. You can do it on your hand, or you can do it on your elbow, and we're going to go up. When you're ready, squeeze your legs, lift your hip up to the sky, squeeze, and back down. So I find this side much easier because I've got a stronger right arm. And again, pushing down, squeeze your legs, and bend, come back out. 3 left. Bend, and now lengthen, and release. 2 more. Pushing up, and release. Once more. And release. From here, onto the hands, onto the knees, and drop down. Enjoy the stretch. And then coming back up. So, from here, we're just going to go back onto our backs again. And we're going to grab the band, find your cushion, and pop that back underneath your head. Okay, so we're going to do some stuff with the legs and the band. So, wherever it is, there we go. So you've got your hands either side, you're going to hook your foot underneath, and we're going to do the stretches that we haven't done in a while. So you're going to just lengthen the other leg down on the floor if that's comfortable, and then you're going to bring the band as tight as you'd like and pull the leg towards you. And I want you to try and get stretched from behind the thigh, but also behind your calf as well. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to let the leg fall out to the side. Now, I want you to keep the weight on the hips at all times. You're not going to lift your bottom off the floor. You're not lifting your shoulders off the floor. You're just holding on to the band and opening out the inside of your thigh this time. You're going to come back up and you're going to let the leg fall over the other side. Again, shoulders stay down, but this time you can let the hip peel off the mat because you're going to stretch the back of that lower back and the side of your leg, but your shoulders stay down. And back up. Let's switch over. So let's put the other foot in. Lengthen that leg down, and then the other leg's coming up to the sky. This side feels a little tighter for me, so pulling that band closer towards your head. And then let's go out to the side this time. So keep both your hips nice and square and looking up. Again, both your shoulders are nice and still. And back up, and then we go over the leg. The hip can go with you, but your shoulders are going to stay very still. And let's come back up. And then from here, lose the band. And we're going to use the bum muscles now. So I want you to cross your ankle over your knee. Once you've done that, you're going to grab hold of the leg that's on the floor. So put your hand in between one of the other thighs, grab hold of the back of the leg, and you're going to pull it as close as you can towards your chest. Big stretch for behind the glutes. And then we'll change. So switch the other leg, so cross the other ankle over the thigh, grab the thigh that the ankle has currently crossed over, pull it towards the chest. Big stretch. And then uncross that leg. And then from here, we're going to roll over onto our tummy. So we're going to go onto our front. And we're going to do dart, and we're going to do the open arm version. It's quite tricky. So what I want you to do is make a diamond with your forefinger and thumb. Elbows are opened up nice and wide, and you're going to place your forehead on that diamond. Legs are just going to be parallel, and you're going to roll your nose and lift your head off the floor and the neck. Now you're going to lift one arm, super glute your head. Lift the other arm, lift and super glute your head. You're now going to show, if you're in class, you've got to imagine this, or if there's anybody in there with you, you're going to show the person next door to your armpit. Come back into the centre, you're going to show the other person the other side, your other armpit. Come back into the centre and relax. It's really tricky on the upper back, so do the best twist you can. You may not be able to move a lot. One side might be better than the other. Okay, so same again, we're going to try and use 6 of these. So looking up, looking into the gap of the diamond, lifting the head and neck. You're going to lift one arm to the head, lift the other arm to the other head, other side of your head I mean. You're going to then show the person next door to your armpit, come into the centre, look and show the other person your armpit, and into the centre, relax. And again, we've got 4 more. One arm, a second arm, and open, come back. Show the armpit, come back, relax. If you want, you can tap the opposite elbow when you're opening the other arm. 3 more. Lifting up, lift the arm, then the other arm. Let's have a look. So we're going to show the person our armpit, come back. If you want to, you tap the elbow. And back, relax. 2 more. Lifting up the arms and show the person your armpit. Show the other person your armpit. Relax. And last one, lift the head and neck. the arms, and show the person your armpit. Show the other person your armpit. Relax. From here, push yourself back into your shell stretch. Feet together, open up the knees and drop down. And then slowly standing up. Perfect. So from here, we're going to do a roll down. So bring your feet hip distance apart. Soften up your knees, really let go, and let those arms and head feel especially heavy. Rolling down, past the hips. Keep that C shape in your spine. And slowly roll back up. Driving those hips forwards. Shoulders back at the very top. And that's it. Fantastic. I'll see you all next week. Maybe some of you the week after, an actual person. See you soon.